All right, welcome back once again, fellow gamers. Are joining us again on Dragon's Greed Gaming as we finish up our Alien role-playing game actual play with our fourth and final session of Chariot of the Gods. We have done our recap before, but I am joined once again with Brian, Will, and Matt, and my good friend Tyler. Unfortunately, Will's character, Captain Miller, met her end at the end of last session, but he is going to be taking control of another character who will be introduced here in a moment. Things are looking grim on the USCSS Cronus. Another ship has docked and is preparing to board. Several crew members are dead. Only one crew member of the Cronus is still alive. However, the android has been found and is almost back up and running, but things are looking bad. And so we will begin actually with Will. So you are Pin, I recall, and you and your crew aboard the Sotillo have been trailing the Montero since they left Anchor Point Station, and you guys are gonna try to steal whatever cargo that they may or may not have. And you guys have been sitting back for a while trying to gauge a good time to board. And your captain, Balaji, has decided that now is the time to go. And so you guys are there up on the bridge as you have approached the Cronus. You've locked on with your mag locks from your ship and basically are preparing to board through the damaged upper dorsal opening where that one airlock is that has been so very damaged and fucked up throughout this adventure. Balaji looks to the three of you and makes sure that everyone is equipped and ready to go. All of you are armed, and Balaji says, okay, you all know the drill. Get in, we scare them, we get messy if we have to, we take what we can, and then we get the fuck out of here. And he looks around at you all and he says, any questions?
Just how scary do you want me to be? And then I'll rack the slide on my pulse rifle.
He says, well, if we don't have to kill anybody, we don't have to kill anybody. But if anybody gets in our way, well, then you know what to do. And he says, all right, we've got a nice shore leave coming up after this, so let's make it fast and clean, and then we can get some R&R after being out here for all this time. Horton and Bien also kind of nod, give their little salutes, check their weapons. You see Bien spins the chamber on his revolver and smacks it back into place. And then the four of you make your way over to the air vent, why can't I think? Airlock, my mistake. You guys make your way over to the airlock and prepare to board. Meanwhile, on board the Cronus, in the elevator, Wilson, you are there with Davis and Clayton, and you guys hop back in the elevator after having dispatched the one bloodburster and scaring off the other. And Clayton was about to say something, and just as she was about to speak, Mother interrupted with the warning that you guys were about to be boarded. When that warning is finished, Clayton looks at you and she says, all right, Wilson, it's now or never. I think this is our time to bail.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I think you're right about that.
And she looks at Davis a little suspiciously, and you can kind of tell, like, you know, at first you had told her we can trust Rye, that's the one to bring along, and you can see that she's kind of making a split-second decision here, and Davis, you're like, what are these two talking about?
I was gonna say that. I heard that.
Yeah, she does not hide that at all. I mean, you're in an elevator together. It's hard for her. to not hear her. And then she looks at you and she says, "All right, kid, here's the deal. We're grabbing some shit and we're getting off this ship and we're gonna get rich. Or you can stay here and die with your friends. Your choice."
That's
shit?
the Davis?
Yes.
What shit are you grabbing?
Couple things
Well-
to make sure we get a fat paycheck when we're out of here.
How are we getting out of here?
She says, "I've got a plan B. I've got an extra way to escape."
There
She,
is no-
she says, she points to Wilson and she says, "He can confirm it. I'm telling you the truth."
She's not lying, Davis. We can make a pretty funny. Just need your help and your muscle, and we can get the heck out of here.
So we're all getting out of here?
This is just between
in the
them.
elevator.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is
Oh, I thought we were on the bridge. I'm sorry.
you and Cam are on the bridge with Ava. The three of them are in the elevator.
My apologies.
Heading
Okay.
back.
What about that bitch Rye and
She says, "Look, there's only room for three of us. Are you coming or not?"
yeah, okay. I can help. I can help this though. We can figure this out.
Okay. And this is as you guys are getting to the final floor. She says, "Okay, Davis, you and Wilson need to grab my stash that I have in on C deck." She says, "On the eastern storage bay, on the northeast corner of the ship." She says, "Check Terminal 3. She's like, "You'll find a hidden compartment." She's like, "The code is 1113.
111. Terminal. I'm not seeing it on here.
Terminal. There's 3 storage bins you can see.
Got it.
on each
I see
side.
it.
So she
Yeah.
she says the third one.
All
And
right.
she says, "Grab something to carry. I've got a bunch of those urns stashed there." She's like, "Get as many as you can, preferably all of them, and bring them back to my suite." She's
Okay.
like, "I'm going to grab my other 2 stashes, and I will meet you 2 back there."
Sounds like a plan.
I knew those.
She says, "Don't open them, and make sure they stay closed." And she looks at her watch. She's like, "I'll meet you back in my suite in 10 minutes."
Okay, we better hurry.
And at that, you guys get to the bottom of the. You guys get to the bottom of the elevator lets off at C deck, where she motions for you 2 to go, and she says, "Check the 2 cargo bays. Maybe there's a cart or something you can use to haul the urns." And then she slams her hand into the control panel to go down to B deck, or go back up to B deck, I should say. And she goes off to do something else. And she said, and as she, as you guys, the doors are closing, she says, "If you need to, make up an excuse and keep your crew busy." And the doors close, and you 2 are on your own. Meanwhile, up in the bridge, Cam and Rye, you are getting the finishing touches put on Ava, and she is starting to be able to move and operate. But at this point, the ship is about to be boarded. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna say we gotta double check the armory for anything. I don't go grab the pulse rifle. I know it's empty, but perhaps we'll find something for it. I know we went to the armory before, but I think we just gotta double check it for anything because I think shit's about to get real.
Ava agrees that these are most certainly some sort of pirates, and she says, I don't know what's left at this point since I've been offline for a while, but she says that she'll come with and she'll try to help you 2.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab the pulse rifle.
All right. Ava does not have a weapon, but she is an android, so she's got decent stats. And Cam still has his cutting torch.
Well, I mean that's not really a weapon. That's more like, well, I guess I got something on me. So there's that. But yeah, I'm going to.
Hey, not a weapon, man. You killed an alien with the fucking fire axe. All right, so
Well,
Yeah, I don't want
torch.
to fucking hear that, Matt.
the cutting torch
Anything's a
is
weapon,
better.
you believe.
The cutting torch is better than the fire axe. Remember, it's got
only after
armor.
I scared it by missing.
yeah, technically that's true.
So,
You're also an android and you have crazy strength.
okay, so the three of you go off to the armory, and meanwhile, back on the Sotillo, you guys are loaded up. You guys are in suits, standard. You don't know what's going to be on board here or what damage may be on the ship, so you guys do have suits. As far as stats go, same thing as what you've been using, so you have an air supply of 5. And you guys are all, armed and loaded, and you make your way out of the airlock into the vestibule up on Deck A. And Balaji says, all right, let's get to the bridge, see what's going on there, get control of the ship, and see where they're stashing the goods.
Hey Brian, could you move your character where they're actually at? Because right now you're on the bridge.
Yes.
I thought I was on deck C.
That's my.
You are on
Oh,
Deck.
sorry, Tyler. I look at the wrong character. Tyler, that's yours.
So
All right. So go ahead and if it's working, I'll punch the panel at A1 to get us down to B1. And if that's not working, I'll tell whether Bane or whoever has a torch to get that thing open so we can drop down into B1.
So there is an elevator there which is not working because it was damaged in the airlock explosion, but there is a ladder. The ladder that goes any further up is totally gone, but the ladder you can take down to B1. So that is working. The elevator is not.
All right. I'll go down first, as I'm the Marine,
Okay.
I guess. So I'll go down B1.
All right. The rest of the crew follows you as well. What happened to your character icon, Matt?
Whose? I'm sorry.
Miller, your old one. Where did it go?
I dragged it off.
pulled into a.
Goodbye. Well, you are in luck, good sir, because I should have other ones for you. Here we go. Pin. You. Well, that's huge.
Wow, you're a big lady.
You are a large individual. Large and in charge. Let's shrink that down a little bit, shall we? Okay. And
You count as a gigantic creature.
all right. Unless otherwise noted, we'll just assume that you guys are together, unless you guys split up. So, you guys get down there, and I will need you to make observation checks, and then I will need Rye, Cam, and Ava to make observation checks as well. And what stat is observation again? Is it wits?
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing from Pin.
Nothing from Rye.
Right.
Guys like ships in the night.
And let's see. Oh, Horton's pretty good. Okay. All right. So, Ava, the three of you have made it into the armory, and as you guys get in there and the door is about to close, Ava kind of turns and says she heard something from the junction, where they're at right now, and she says, "I think they've made it onto the ship." And at
Open
that
these
point-
weapon lockers right now.
And as
Go
that
ahead, Ava.
happens, she closes the door. In the meantime, Horton, your mechanic with the incinerator, as he gets down the ladder, is it a he? That's a he, I think. It's just kind of hard to tell. He says, "Captain, I heard something," and he kind of holds up his hand, and you guys all listen. And he's like, "I think it's from across the hall." And
Real short session.
so, Balaji motions to you, Pin, and he says, "All right, you're with me." And he has you guys head through the north door towards the bridge. And he tells the other two to stay there and cover them, cover the two of you if necessary.
All right.
You and him will move into the bridge.
I'll shadow Balaji.
Okay.
I'll be going first though. Keeping like within a pace of Balaji. Not checking left, checking right, every door.
Are you trying to be stealthy at all?
I'm not trying to make noise, but being as stealthy as I can be, I guess.
Okay. Then give me a mobility roll.
1 success.
Yes, Balaji and you have done this many times, and you're pretty quiet despite your suits, and you make your way into the bridge, which you find empty, and the same damage and repairs and signs of android blood and regular blood, and the corpse of Flynn is still in here. So you guys do see this hideously mutated thing that looks like it may have once been human, with these distended arms, wearing basically like the lab coat of a medic or a doctor, and it appears like he has been shot in the back of the head.
I'll get on the radio to Bane and Horton, and be like, "Stay frosty. Make sure your weapons are live. We've got evidence of some kind of mutiny here."
Balaji says some sort of alien life form, and he tells Pin. He tells you see what you can find on the stations here, and he starts looking through like the command station on the bridge. He points to like either the sensory station or one of the pilot stations. You can just kind of get like an overview of what's going on here.
All right.
Let me just check here. I haven't looked at all their stats. What stat is Comtech?
Wits.
Okay, so actually we're going to flip this. Horton and Bien go to the bridge. They're the Comtech guys. You and Balaji are remaining in the B1 junction. So they radio to the two of you that some sort of alien life form, looks like there's been a fight. Balaji tells them, find out what you can, see what's in cargo, and get us there. And the two of you can keep your mobility rolls from earlier, so the two of you are bunkering down and trying to stay quiet. In the armory, go ahead and give me a observation roll, Mr. Rye, as you attempt to find anything.
Got a success.
All right.
But I will say to Ava, I mean, she has access to the ship. Open up everything in here's got weapons. I assume she has access to whatever is there as I'm searching around.
There's nothing left. It's been picked clean. You find a couple, like loose like shells from the shotgun from earlier. There were a couple shells, but everything else is totally empty in here. There's nothing.
Okay. Looks like we can move south out of the armory. Is that correct?
Yes, you can.
I guess the next logical thing is to check storage.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy?
For sure at this point.
Okay, give me a mobility roll, please.
Mobility.
And to make this simple, we'll have you do one test, and I'll give you an assist from Cam and Ava. You guys can just do it as a group. We'll have to roll
1 success.
Okay, and observation is wits, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, Pin, go ahead. You and Balaji are the same here, and you get a +1 from his assist. So you do not hear anything. It sounds quiet. You certainly don't hear whatever Horton said that he heard. Or I'm sorry, yeah, Horton. So you guys make it into the storage area with no problems there, Rye. Meanwhile, Davis and Wilson, you guys are on deck C, and do you go where Clayton informed you to go?
Yeah, let's look for the cargo holder or dolly or something first.
So,
that would be
Davis-
in the storage area.
Yeah, Davis is going along, but she's straight up like, "What shit about? You have a secret way out of this? How long have you known about it?
She's got a few escape pods, private ones inside, but there's only enough for the 3 of us. Things are going to hell here. If we don't take this chance, we're gonna die like Miller did.
But how long have you known about this?
Just recently.
I don't
Look,
trust
we
her.
gotta get going. Well, I don't trust her fully either, but this is the best chance we got. I have
No.
seen it.
And we're leaving everyone?
They'll be all right. That other ship's just here to board and take what they can, and we just need to get out of here and fast.
And you trust her?
I trust her about as far as I can throw this incinerator unit, but it does exist. And look, we're better armed than her, and there's 2 of us. So we are either getting out of here rich, or this is gonna be our tomb, son. I made my choice. Let's get going.
Do you check Cargo Bay 1 or Cargo Bay 2 first?
Let's check Cargo Bay 2.
Okay. So Cargo Bay 2, it looks like this is where some of the spare RVs would be kept, and where they're supposed to be stored. I'm sorry, not up here, but you do find some of the extra components for the RVs, like some spare tires and things like that, and some general like mechanic tools. And you do indeed find like one of those plastic double-shelved carts that you sometimes see like in a mechanic shop or in like a warehouse, you know, where you could put stuff on as you're bringing it around. So it looks to you like it could fit a couple of the urns on there for sure. That's the only thing in here that would help. I'll put it that way.
I'm sorry, is that something that has to be driven?
No, it's just it's like a push thing. You know. It's,
okay. Let's
Davis is pushing it, no problem.
All right, yeah, let's go. I'll help too if there's room for 2 people to push it, but if it's in the way, I'll just keep my incinerator unit at the ready.
Yeah, it's mostly just for one person to push. It's not gigantic.
Gotcha.
Or super heavy. So, okay. And are you 2 trying to be quiet at all? Or are you going quickly, steady pace?
I think we're trying to go quickly, but I definitely knowing that sound attracts them. I'm not gonna bang extra things around or, you know, talk loud or shout or anything like that. So
yeah, Davis is in
somewhere in between, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, you 2 get to the storage units, and you look into storage unit 3, and lo and behold, you find the little stash that Clayton was explaining, and you type in the code, and sure enough,
1113.
you see 12 of the urns in here, sealed and untouched.
Man, she's got a lot of them. So, and we can only load 2 of them onto this deal? They're that
It
big?
looks like you would be able to fit 8, 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom,
All right.
without like where they will fit. You
Right.
you could stack the other ones, but it would be a little precarious.
Let's take the 8. Let's make sure these get safe. No sense in bringing back broken ones, and Lord help us if we spill them and that black goo comes out. We're all done for.
I'm with you. Yeah, eight's
It'll
enough
be
for me.
more than enough for all of us.
8 is enough.
Okay. Why don't you each give me a stamina roll as you are loading these things up?
Oh hell. Whew. Oh Lord, I wish I weren't so fast. I get 1 success.
Okay. Davis?
Woo! Got my second win.
1 success.
Okay. The 2 of you work in tandem very well. One of you loading the top and one of you loading the bottom of the cart. And eventually you will get all 8 of them loaded without incident. It'll probably take about a minute or 2. You're trying to be careful but trying to be fast at the same time. So you guys have that going on. Meanwhile, back in the junction, Balaji and Pin, you don't hear anything, and eventually, Horton and Bien chime in, and they say, Captain, it looks like this is some sort of research vessel, and it's been to some far-off system. It looks like they found some crazy shit there. It also looks like the ship has been set on a course for Earth, and there's some sort of special order here that's overriding everything, and I can't change it at all. Balaji says, okay. It sounds like Yutani nonsense. And he says, finish up in there and join us in here, and we're gonna move. He's like, figure out the most likely place where we can find some cargo. And he's like, all right, give me a minute. Rai, you and your companions make it to the storage area.
So a question: did we actually see the other ship docking with ours? Like we were able to actually see it up there. Like, we were on the bridge. Like we actually see the ship come and dock. We're up
Not from where you were. The angle that it approached at, you couldn't see it from the bridge. It's basically like behind you and above you.
there. Okay.
But you guys definitely felt it, and because the airlock that it locked onto is fairly close to the bridge, you could feel it and hear it for sure. And Mother's giving all sorts of warnings.
Do we know how big the ship is? Are we like talking like a shuttle, a big ship? Like, do we know that?
It's a full ship like your guys' ship.
Oh. Okay.
I can give you a comparison in just a second here. Okay, I'm sorry. It's about half the size of your ship.
When you say
it's
our
still
ship,
big.
you mean the Cronus or the Montero?
Cronus. Yeah, the
Okay.
Cronus. So it's it's still a good sized ship, but it's not ginormous, you know.
Okay.
It's definitely bigger than was it Daisy?
Well, Daisy wasn't really a ship. Daisy was like a piece of equipment.
Well, Daisy's 34 meters long, and the Sotillo is 45 meters long. So
Oh.
it's a good sized ship, but it's not gigantic.
Okay. Was there anything in storage? I know it's a shot in the dark, but
Okay, you are in
checking the storage units.
deck B, correct?
Yeah.
And you're desperate to find something.
Go ahead and give me a another observation roll, please.
Boy, I wish I was better trained at this.
You can do
Nope.
+2 with your companions.
Nope, no successes, unfortunately.
Oh man, place is picked clean.
All right. Is Cam in a compression suit as well?
I believe his air ran out. Let me check here. He has 1 air remaining, so he is still in a suit.
Perfect. I'm gonna say to Cam, we're gonna try and sneak on their ship. We gotta get out of here and take their ship out of here. See if we can figure out a way to.
He nods. Okay. He's like, all right.
What I think we should do is we should take this elevator up to deck A, and then exit out through deck A.
Okay. Yeah. Ava says, what about the rest of your crew?
If we can secure this ship, it can take all of us. We just have to secure it first, and then we can gather everyone on the ship. But we have to know that we can actually fly it out of here, and if there's anything on it that we can use to defend ourselves. Because there's nothing here. We're not equipped to deal with a squad of people coming in potentially who might be armed, but we're just not prepared to deal with it. So we can see if we can get on their ship. Maybe they've got some extra equipment we can use and surprise them.
Okay. She nods and she says, taking their ship may give us the upper hand,
Exactly.
or at least a good bargaining chip.
So we'll try to sneak down to here and make our way to the elevator.
Go ahead and give me a mobility roll. And Pin, go ahead and give me an observation roll. Keep in mine your bonuses for your allies that are helping you.
Ugh.
Ooh, 2 successes.
That did not sound good there, Rye. What you got?
None.
None. Okay. So you guys make it into that hallway, and you open the door that goes south into the long hallway that goes past the suite. Pin and Balaji, the two of you hear doors in that direction, basically to your southwest, opening. And Balaji kind of nods, and he points to this door right here, and to this door right here, for you to each take one, and basically come from opposite sides of right here.
Alright, I'll take the western one. You can take the
Okay.
south one.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys do your count. You go into the halls. So you're in the hallway. This door here is still closed, and then he gets into he prepares to go into this hallway. He gives you like a couple seconds to get ahead of him, since you have to go through an extra door. Okay. So with that in mind, I think we're gonna draw initiative here.
So am I in the hallway going down south at this point? Because I assume us opening the door is what made the noise.
Yeah, so you guys are just past the door. I mean, it counts as one zone, that hallway, so it doesn't matter where you put your thing there. But you're in that hallway. That's the door that they heard open. And what's the marching order here, Ryan? Are you taking the front and having the others do something else?
Yeah, at this point I'm in front. I'm leading the way.
Ava will take the back then. She seems, even though you guys aren't her crew, she seems like she wants to try to protect the two of you.
Okay.
Okay, so initiative is as follows. Pin, initiative 1. Rye, initiative 4. Who's next? Cam, 3. Ava, 5. Balaji, 2. So the Statilla crew has the drop. So, Pin, you have initiative. You hear... Clearly that door has opened, and you can hear people moving through into that hallway. What do you do?
I'll open up my door and shout, "Freeze! Wailing dirtbags!"
Okay. That happens. You have a second... Well, let's see. Opening the door is probably a fast action, we'll say. So
And then,
you still have another action.
I'm just gonna Overwatch onto the 3 of them.
Okay. So yes, you see a woman at the back of the line, who is, Ava, and then you see the other 2 in front of her, and they stop and kind of consider you for a second. Initiative 2, Balaji comes around the corner, and you can see him in the hall, and he moves up to his corner here. And
We've done this enough that he knows not to just like walk in front of my line of fire, right?
No. He stops at the corner
Right.
and basically sets himself up, like waiting for your cue, and he's staying there so that they don't know that there's a second person there. So he's ready to either, assist you in overwatching, or go in hot, or give you covering fire, whatever you decide to do. He'll have your back. So he's basically up against the wall, his back to the wall. The open door is to his left, and with the way he's standing, he's facing you because his back is against that southern wall. And he has I think he has like some sweet legit pistol. He has a Rexum RXF M5 Ava pistol.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but
Oh,
it sounds pretty... Is there a card for it? Let's see. I know there's another weird ass pistol. Oh yeah. It looks like a fucking needle gun.
They didn't make one for the regular cutting torch, but they made one for the fucking...
Well, you know
special
what?
pistol.
It's because these are weapons, and the cutting torch is a tool.
It's a tool.
Which is dumb, because it can be used as a weapon. So...
Well.
He's got a cool pistol, so...
You notice he has a really cool pistol.
As all good sergeants and commanders of squads do.
It looks like Han's blaster.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Got
Also,
that,
DL-44.
it's
You
got
bet
the-
it will hurt you extra bad.
It's got
Yep.
the scope that goes the whole length of the pistol.
Damn.
And like all good characters, he's not wearing a helmet.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
You know he's the boss.
Like, we are totally screwed by you guys.
So, initiative 3, 4, and 5 is you and Cam and Ava. So, what do you do, Rye?
Don't shoot. We're not your enemy. And
You stop moving, or do you keep moving?
no, I don't stop moving. I'm gonna say a message to Cam, who's right behind me. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go right, you go left, and we'll meet up at the top floor. Basically, I'll go here. I'm ordering Cam to go here. So we'll split up.
Wait, if you don't stop moving, I'm activating my Overwatch.
Well, I mean, dude, you told him to freeze, and he's not freezing. So
Yeah, I'm
we're up. Okay, hold up. All right. So, okay. So you continue to move. You see Pin. 3 of them look back. They regard you. The one in front, a young female, says, "Don't shoot," and they continue to run. I assume you're going to activate your Overwatch.
Yep.
Okay. Which one are you aiming for? You have a clear shot to the one at the back, obviously. The other 2 you can't really see because they're in front of her. You could try to shoot them, but it'd be a harder shot.
I'll shoot the close one, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll. And I believe Overwatch just a straight up roll, right? It's just an interrupt, basically. I recall.
Yeah.
Let her rip.
2 successes.
Okay.
Dang.
How
so
much
that's gonna
damage is that?
do 3 damage
Oh shit.
to Ava, and then who's in the middle?
Cam.
3 damage to Cam.
How's it hit both?
When you full auto, you can use a stunt to share the damage with another person in the zone.
And what is full auto?
You gain a panic whenever you go full auto, and if you're full autoing, you get to use your stunt to hit another target in the same zone.
You get +2 dice to your roll. You gain a stress, and you can redistribute any additional 6s beyond the first to secondary targets within short range, and they get damage equal to the damage of the weapon.
Yep.
That's pretty fucking legit. Yeah, I'm assuming you rolled the extra 2 dice?
Yep.
Okay, well, Cam is still in his suit, so he has some
Say
armor.
Armor piercing.
Oh, okay. Alright. And how much damage was it?
3?
3? 3 to both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. You hit them both, and you notice the first one you hit, it turns out to be an android, as you see the white android blood spray from her back across the wall. She stumbles a bit, but she continues to move. The one in front of her, it looks like his armor, or not his armor, but his suit takes a hit, and you can tell it staggers him a lot more. He is still moving as well. They both still have health remaining, but you do score hits on both of them, and you can tell the other one is not an android by the way it gets hit. And
He would take a stress.
ooh, okay. And what is the stress from?
Just taking damage from a gun.
I did not realize that was in the rules. Okay, good to know. And then at initiative 2, since he also held his action, Balaji will do the same thing with his pistol and take a shot.
I'll shout to him, first one's a milk box.
You see Balaji grins as he takes a shot as well. And his range, oh man, he's got really good range combat. It's agility, correct? For range?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. You see, he aims at the closest target and the easiest target, which is the milk box, and it looks like he scores a direct hit. And that is going to cause a critical damage roll on Ava, as that is all of her health. Do we remember what page that is on? Oh, here we go. I don't understand why it's not.
I have the chart.
I don't know why it's not on the DM screen. The regular
The
one
crit.
is. No, the regular crit, but not the android crit.
Yes.
Head dislocation. The android's artificial neck is severely fractured and its head placed in an unnatural position. All fast actions become slow actions.
That's our
So you
favorite.
see, he's going for a headshot. He doesn't quite hit her in the head, but hits her in the back of the neck, and her head flops to one side, and she continues to kind of stomp slantedly down the hallway, like up against the wall, leaving a big trail of blood. And the two of you, you guys all still have your two actions, those in the hallway. Unfortunately, Ava slowed down, so she's not able to get very far. Cam and Rye, you guys still have your two actions.
I am going to the elevator.
Okay.
And if Cam can, I'm going to have him go to the elevator.
Yeah, so it's two zones. So one zone to get in the hall, one zone to get in the elevator. Ava, unfortunately, she's only able to get into the hallway, and the doors are still open, and she is very badly damaged.
She
And
can't
as
close the door behind her.
As you see the shots hit her, and she stumbles into the hall, she hits the button to close the door, and she looks at you and she motions for the two of you to go.
I'll give her a little nod as the doors close on the elevator.
All right.
That's so nice, Matt.
Android to android.
She's like,
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Upstairs, Davis and Wilson, you've loaded up the cart. What do you do?
All right, let's quickly, let's get back to her station, but we have to go up, I think, one to her quarters.
It's on deck B, yeah. So which way are you taking?
So
Mm.
I think Davis, if you look at my ping, I think it's right here, I think, on B.
Yeah,
where
I thought so too. Yeah.
it's right there. So we should
know.
take, Chris, we go through, I think, this way, and then this elevator.
Yeah, left.
Take
the
us up.
west Elevator.
Okay. Same thing. Davis pushing the cart, and you're leading the way with the
Yeah.
flamethrower?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the two of you round the corner, and you make it into this long hallway here, the one that goes left and right.
Yeah.
And you're heading your way towards the elevator. And as you guys get into the hall, you notice that the lights on both elevators are lit up as if someone is using them. They're currently not on your floor. Looks like they are both coming down from either deck B or deck A. Oh, I'm sorry. They're in use, and it looks like they're going up, so you can't. They're in use right now. So you don't know if they're on deck A or deck B, but they are above you. But they work like any other regular elevator. You press them, and then once they're done, they'll come back down. But you see that. You continue to go to one of the elevators and wait.
What other options we have here, Davis? I'm looking at the schematic. We can take. Well, we wouldn't be able to push this thing up any of the other. So if we walk over to, can we see down the hallway? Is the other one also in use as well?
Yes, they both are.
There's the
Okay.
stairs in the middle, and the stairs at the junction in the south.
So
we
just an
can't take
FYI,
the-
Davis, the only staircase is the one that's marked as stairwell, right in the middle of the ship. The other ones are all ladders.
Oh, right. Okay.
And you guys do know that the stairwell is completely trashed and unusable.
Yeah, and I don't think. Well, it's not going to help us with that cart anyway. So I think we gotta wait. Elevator. It's our other choice.
I say we'll give it. Let's see what happens with it. We'll give it a minute, or two and see if it changes, and if not, we'll figure out another plan.
I mean, how many of these things could we carry? Probably one each, right? Two each.
Oh, you mean carry up a ladder? What do you mean by carry?
Like how? Like if I just slung it under my arm.
You could each carry two, one under each arm. You know, they're about the size of maybe a little bit bigger than a basketball. You know, but they're like oddly shaped. They're kind of bulky and they're heavy.
Yeah.
Right. We don't want them to spill or anything.
Right.
Okay, so question. Do you go to either one of the elevators and wait? And do you press the button for it to come back down once it's done doing whatever it's doing?
Left one. Yeah. Davis does that.
Okay, do you hit the button?
Davis, you cut out Brian. Said we agreed we're going to wait for a minute to see if it comes back down to us.
Well,
Yeah.
Davis, are either of you hitting the button when you get to the left hand?
Davis does, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are here then, if you want to move
She's
yourselves
impatient.
over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
She's
So, you guys are moving through the hallway, and I need both of you to give me an observation roll, please.
What's she got for observation?
All right. At least I got a little bit better in this one. Ooh, I panic.
Okay.
I got one success and I panic.
One success, no panic.
All right. And Wilson, roll your panic, please. D6 plus your current stress level.
That is a 6.
Okay. You keep it together. You're getting a little nervous with all that's going on. You don't know who or what is using the elevators. Unfortunately, neither of you are ready as one of the vents in the hall bursts open and the remaining blood burster attacks the two of you. And Wilson, in your panic state, you are definitely the more unaware of the two. Davis is very focused on the elevator. So Davis, you're at the elevator smashing the button. Wilson is behind you, supposedly covering you, but actually freaking out. And the vent shatters open, and we draw initiative. Davis. Now it does have a bonus. It does have a surprise round on the two of you because it had a better stealth check than your observation. After that, Davis, you'll be initiative 2. Wilson, you'll be initiative 1.
Hell yeah.
The creature will be 3 and 4. But it does get a turn to attack first.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, no problem, dude. We survived for one turn, and then go first.
Wilson, the creature attempts. It basically crawls up to you on all fours, running like a dog, and it jumps at you and it goes for your throat. The neomorph attempts to bite the victim's throat. So you, unfortunately, you are unaware at this, so you do not have a chance to block.
Oh, god damn it.
All right, Wilson, if you would like to use a story point, I will let you attempt to make a block roll, but I will tell you that it will be incredibly difficult.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
You can do
I'm
it.
doubling down. What I gotta get, Chris?
Close combat roll.
All right,
You need to roll really well is what you need to do right here.
I'm gonna do so. Watch this shit. Ooh, one success.
That is not enough.
Oh god damn it.
Go ahead and roll for your armor, please.
All
And
right.
You're still in a suit, right?
Yep. The armor roll is
2 on the suits, if I recall.
2 on the 2. That's right. Yeah. I got a 5 and a 3.
That's not a 6.
God damn it.
All right. You take 3 damage.
Oof.
and it automatically inflicts critical roll number 61, Ruptured Jugular.
Oh no!
And you're taking a second critical because you only have 2 health, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Give me a d66 roll, please.
Oh boy, here we go.
Dead.
11.
Okay.
Got
that's
snake eyes.
Nice, nice.
Winded. No effect. All right. Well.
Oh yeah, no shit,
Yeah.
Winded. I had my jugular torn out.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a fatal injury with -1, which I think makes it harder. You have 1 round to live. So,
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Make it count.
Do I know this?
Davis, put your
let me-
finger in it.
let me see what actually happens here with a fatal.
If I know I'm dying and I'm fucking toast, I'm gonna just scream to Davis, to get out of here. I'll, I can say, get out of here, kid. Or
Look at all that blood you're choking on.
yeah.
Gurgle. Let's see. Okay. If you suffer a critical injury listed as fatal, you must make a death roll when the listed time runs out. A death roll is a roll for stamina, but you cannot push the roll, and you are not allowed to roll any stress dice. If the death roll fails, you die. If you succeed, you linger on, but must make another death roll when the listed amount of time has passed again. To save your life after having suffered such a fatal critical injury, someone must give you first aid before a failed death roll. Okay, and unfortunately, a ruptured jugular is a time limit of 1. So after 1 turn passes, you have to make the test.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, we're then up to regular initiative. So initiative 1, Wilson.
Hey,
Light
it's
it up,
my
Wilson.
turn.
Your final act. This thing has bit your throat and basically, like, kind of thrown you to the ground. Not thrown you to the ground, but it's knocked you around. What?
I kind of, with my last sort of dying breath, I want to try and at least light this thing on fire. Because we all know fire is eternal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and summon the last of my strength and get up real close and try and get this thing close to its face if it's right on top of me, and get the muzzle right on it, and give it a nice full blast
All right.
from the incinerator, if that's possible. Or am I struggling to just?
No, you have a chance to make an action here. So you can use 1 action to aim, basically, and I'll let you reduce the penalties for being engaged, especially because you're using a flamethrower. I mean, normally you would have a penalty because you're engaged, so you can go ahead and you can just make an attack straight up against this thing.
All right. Gonna have some alien jambalaya tonight. All right, I make 2 big successes.
All right, no panic.
No panic.
Even better. Okay. The flamethrower doesn't ignore armor or anything, right? It just lights them up.
Yeah, damage 2.
Oh. However. Okay, it does ignore 1 of the damage, so you did a total of 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any boosts.
No, I don't think so. I have any boosts from anything else.
Well, no extra 6s, right?
No.
Okay.
Just the 2.
Okay. Well, you light this thing up, and it appears to not like this fire at all. Even more so than the critter you attacked before. It seems like this is a great weapon to use against this thing, and it shrieks in pain as you basically just ignite it at point blank range, and this fireball engulfs it. It's still going. It's not dead or anything, but it is on fire, and it is not happy about that. Davis, what do? You see your friend's throat pretty much get ripped out, and in one gurgling burst of energy, lights the thing on fire.
I am going to You can you melee these things? Do I remember correctly? You saying you can't actually melee?
You can melee, but you can't unarmed attack or grapple them.
So I'm weaponless. I get a bunch of.
Or you could take my weapon next turn. Oh, throw an urn at it!
That's what I thought.
Or you could,
I'm gonna make the fucking alien tyrant.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna throw an urn at it.
or you could give Wilson a pill.
Yeah. Well,
Let me
what?
go
I
for
do-
one
I
last
do
ride, Davis.
I have a med kit.
A med kit ain't gonna fix this, son.
Keep misgendering Davis.
I mean, if you were to kill this thing, maybe or get rid of it, you might have time to use the med kit, but
but I don't have anything. I guess I'm just gonna like push the cart at it. You know, like in that scene when they're in the med lab with the aliens, when they like smash that one thing up against the wall with the.
yeah.
So I'm basically gonna try and pin it in place with the cart.
Okay.
Cart
Go
pin.
ahead and give me a close combat roll.
Oh, shit.
Or if you have heavy machinery, you can make a heavy machinery roll.
All right. Oh, 2 points.
2 panics.
Davis.
Oh, no, Brian.
Davis, go ahead and give me a panic roll, please.
Yeah. She sucks. 4.
Okay. So you don't get
Oh.
any ill effects from the panic.
But I add another panic to our
Yes,
stress.
you do.
Does that stress go into that roll?
Yes,
Oh, that's 5 then.
you're good. And high or low, Davis?
Low all day.
Okay. The urns shake precariously, but none of them fall off the cart. And the cart does not light on fire.
That's a damn stable cart.
But you realize that's probably a bad idea to try to do again. Yeah, it's now the alien's turn. And go ahead and give me an intensity roll for the fire there. I'm sorry, that's the beginning of the turn. This is still mid.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what it's going to do. It slashes out with its tail. And it's going to snap its tail at you, Davis. I suppose if you'd like, you can try to use the cart as a method to block, but obviously you know that's risky. Up to you.
Take any risk.
Okay,
Hey!
go ahead and give me a close combat roll, please.
2d6 for my stress. No successes, but she doesn't panic, so I'll call that a.
Okay, the tail misses the cart completely and strikes you right across the chest, and you are going to take 2 damage from this.
Boom, that's her done. She's out.
Oh, make a critical injury roll, please.
Well, that's a d66.
Yes.
42.
Crushed foot. You cannot run, you can only crawl.
Brian, we're paraplegic buddies.
Stab me in the foot.
For 10 days.
Supposed to be gimps.
I don't think she's got it.
Oh, don't worry, it's only for 10 days, Brian. It'll be right as rain.
Yeah, so however you you're not dead. You're just at 0 health. You're broken. And it knocks you to the ground as its tail slashes across your leg and smashes your foot like at the ankle, and you feel like something like crack, and you fall to the ground in agonizing pain. And new turn. So go ahead and roll the fire for me, Tyler.
Hell yeah. That's a
What,
big.
like,
It's a big
intensity,
2.
what's it, 9, right?
Intensity 9, yes.
So you do 2 more points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the intensity goes up by 1. Its armor does not help.
Good. Fuck it.
And it's hurt. It's hurt, and it does not look happy. Unfortunately, you must make your stamina death save now, Wilson.
All right.
Straight up stamina.
Straight up
Stress dice.
stamina. All right. Good thing my stamina is my best stat.
All right.
It's a
Big
lie.
Papa Wilson.
That's a lie. It's not. I'm sorry. So out of my 3 stress dice.
You don't have
I
to
get
roll
a-
stress. You don't roll any stress.
I'm sorry. Well, I rolled all 1s on them. Anyway, I did not get
Oh.
any.
Oh,
I have 3 1s, so I got no successes on my regular dice.
Do you
So I
have
think
any?
that's kind of fortunate.
Do you have any story points left?
No, because I used the story point to try and negate the surprise
right.
attack.
That was the only one you had, right?
Yeah.
the story points are only for rerolls, right?
Yes. Let's see if you're allowed to push this roll. I don't think you are, but that could be one last chance you could have. Nope, you cannot push, and you don't roll any stress.
So I'll be happy if the thing dies eventually in the next like 10 turns from fire.
Well, Wilson, the last thing you see is this creature slap Davis's ankle and shatter it. She falls to the ground in a scream of pain, and you try to grab your throat to stem the flow of blood, but it is not enough. And that is the last thing you see is this creature on fire, screeching and hissing at Davis. Davis, you do get to act first this round.
R.I.P. Tyler.
Is it possible to grab
Tell him I
it?
tried.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it possible to grab that thing and shoot it? The flamethrower thing?
Well, you are broken right now.
I guess my 2 choices are either try and use a med kit on myself, if that's possible, or try and grab that thing and shoot it.
You are not allowed to take any actions when you are broken.
Oh, so I'm just writhing then.
Yeah. So you lay there and you watch. You're on the ground and you kind of roll your head to one side and you're almost face to face to Wilson, who's got this look of panic in his eyes and he's holding his throat and like gurgling. And then you see he like slowly stops moving and lets out a death rattle as the blood pools around his neck and throat, and he is dead. And the creature, still on fire, kind of crawls on top of you, almost like straddling you, and it's almost face to face to you, just inches away, and you can feel like part of your skin burning because this thing is still on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it for a brief second, it kind of seems to ignore all the pain that's registering in its head, and it looks like it sniffs you for a second,
Oh, no.
and it just lets out like a really low growl hiss at you, and then it takes off back into the vent.
Davis is so. Well, I mean, is there anything I can do? Like, if there's no actions available to, I just like bleed out.
I believe after enough time passes, because now you're not in combat.
Right.
Can
she take a? Well, she can use the med kit and/or dose herself again.
I believe so. Let's check here.
She's got some the hydrazone. Never
you would have
sleep.
rather that thing killed you, because
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
You automatically recover 1 point of health after 1 turn, which is 5 to 10 minutes. And then you can get up. Otherwise, right now, you can basically just crawl around in pain.
Well, she wants to use the med kit on herself.
You can't until a couple minutes have
Yeah,
passed and you
yeah.
regain a point of health.
Yeah, so she'll just writhe on the ground for a couple of minutes, basically. Oh, this hurt. I'm in so much pain right now. I'm in
That's a
so
shit
much
way to
pain.
go.
Brett, please perform a monologue of how much pain you are in right now.
Have of late, but wherefore I know not. Lost my throat.
Oh, dude, but you know what? My flamethrower still has plenty of ammo. You can at least
Yeah,
take
I'm gonna try and get myself juiced up and get that flamethrower
Hell yeah, dude.
off your cold life. I'll get pried out of here.
I'm still like holding on to it, clutching it.
You can have my flamethrower. We can pry it from my. Yeah, that's the plan.
So, meanwhile, Rye, you are in the elevator, and where are you heading?
Well, before I depart the elevator, I will push the buttons for deck C and D.
I'm sorry, say that again. You'll what?
Before I get off the elevator. So I'm going to basically go up to deck A. And as I'm leaving the elevator, I push the buttons on it for deck C and D.
Okay.
Whoa,
Just a-
how'd you do all that in one turn?
So last turn I got on the elevator, so this turn I'm getting off the elevator.
I thought last turn you called the elevator.
I think the elevator was
was
already
us.
there.
No, I called the elevator.
I had it first, and then you tried to get the elevator, so I was already in use by me.
I couldn't get it because you were already using
Okay,
it.
And
our
then you
team
had-
was the one that was called.
And then you had your entire combat before my turn came around again.
But like, it's a fast action to open a door, so you open this door and you open the elevator door.
It's,
hold
it's
up.
a fast action to move a zone, so I moved 2 zones.
Yeah, it's also a fast action to open a door.
But he wasn't in combat.
Ryan,
Yeah, he was.
Davis, I just
Oh,
sent you a
yes.
text message, so please look at that because I can't get it to you here.
I'm just saying because like
Old-fashioned
for
text?
me to catch
Yes.
up to you, that's like 5 actions.
Yeah,
hold on,
that's
hold
kind of the point.
No, what I'm saying is, how did you do that? How did you get 5 actions ahead of me from 1 zone away?
Okay, hold up. So, on your turn, Rye, you moved from this zone to this zone, and then into the elevator.
Right.
That's 2 zones. So that's your 2 actions. You get in the elevator.
That was last turn.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're on a new turn now.
Okay.
And they had initiative 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
You guys had 3, 4, and 5. So we'll just say 3.
Yeah,
for
like
now.
that's what I'm saying. Is like, there's no way you'd already be up on deck 8 and moving around.
Yeah. So you get in there, but you do not have enough actions to open and close the elevator door. So you're in there about to hit the button to go up. That leads us to Pin. You are up first.
I'm gonna radio to Horton and Bane to seal the level. I don't want these guys getting off this level.
Okay. He will see if he can do that. But what else do you do? Are you moving at all?
Is Bolaji moving?
You go first. He has initiative 2.
I will. I'll flip.
Don't remember this
I'll-
door
I'll-
is closed. Ava closed this door.
I'll flip it then, so I'm 2 and he's 1.
Okay. Well, he motions for you to follow, and he spends an action to move into this zone, and then he spends another one to open this door. And when he does, you see the, he kind of opens the door and he kind of stands off to the side, preparing for what might be over there. And you see the android is standing there basically trying to keep the door closed. But she's all fucked
Fucking
up,
milk
so...
bags.
So that's what he does with his 2 actions. And Horton. All right. So do whatever you're gonna do now. It's your turn.
I'll go up and shadow Bolaji.
So you're just gonna move the 2 zones then? Hallway.
Yep.
Okay.
And can I peek around, left and right?
Well, it's hard because the door's not all the way open. Ava's trying to keep it closed, so your view's pretty much blocked by her and the door. And Horton radios back to you guys. He's like, Captain, the controls on the ship are pretty much completely locked. He's like, this special order is fucking something up. Wayland Ustani Yutani style. He's like, I don't think we're gonna be able to make any headway here. And Balaji orders them to go down the other hallway and go after the other elevator, or get up to the next junction. He says. So they're gonna go to over here. On initiative 3 and 4, that is Rye and Cam. Rye?
I'll go up to deck A and then into this hall. And as I leave the elevator, I push the buttons for deck C and D.
Okay, so you are currently on deck B.
So
we'll say it's one zone to move, and we'll say it's another action to activate the doors. So you are able to activate the elevator and then get up to deck A on your turn. And
So
Cam does the same thing. So the
I'm
two
in this hall.
you're still in the elevator because the elevator counts as a zone.
Okay.
It takes one action to activate the elevator, another action to move from deck A to.
Don't elevators doors open automatically when they reach a floor?
Yeah, but you still have to press the button to activate the door. I'm counting that as using the door.
Oh. Okay.
Because opening a door in this game is normally hit a button, so I'm counting
Yeah.
it as the same thing.
Opening any door or doing anything like that is an action.
So I guess I use the elevator to my turn ends.
Okay, so the doors open on both elevators. You and Cam see each other across, the hall on deck A. Do you say anything, or?
I will say, send the elevators down to the bottom decks.
He nods, and you guys prepare to do that. Ava continues to try to hold the door. Let's see if she can. She does. Next initiative, Balaji is going to shoot at Ava pretty much at point blank range. And he hits her. And she takes another critical injury. And that is... I think her arm is fucked up now. Alright, yes, so her arm is damaged, and you see her one arm just kind of limps to the side, and she's no longer able to hold the door open, and you see this mangled, fucked up android trying to block your path, but with only one arm to do so. But she is still operational.
All right, was that all his turn?
Let me see what else, if he can do anything else here for a fast action. So he shoots her with a slow action. He's going to try to shove her with a fast action to get her out of the way. All right, so he tries to push her to the side, but she's just a little too strong for him, and he's unable to move her out of the way. You're up.
So if I peek the corner, I see that they're after using the elevators.
Yeah, you can see the elevators are gone at this point. You can see that they've gone up to the upper decks. And, I mean, if you try to move past Ava, she would get an attack of opportunity. She's unarmed, so there's that. Or you can, try to do some more damage to her.
Is short range the same zone?
Yes. I'm sorry, short range is up to one zone away.
So if I peek the corner and fire my grenade launcher into one of the elevator shafts, and the explosion is range short, would it possibly break through the door?
Yes, I believe so. Let me check range here really quick.
It's a blast power 9, so 9 dice.
I think so, yeah. I think all of it kind of works in that way. Yeah, I believe short range is same zone or one zone away, and then medium range, I believe, is up to 2 zones away. So yeah, you can definitely reach it and hit the doors with your grenade.
I'll tell Bajani that we should just regroup. Let's go back to Horton and Bane.
Okay.
That's my advice for him. And I'll move north and Overwatch backwards in his direction.
Okay, so you would be in the hall, the crossway right here in the hall.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ava spent.
I want to chase these guys, but I'm the suit's bodyguard.
Ava spent her turn keeping the door closed, so that's what she's doing. Meanwhile, back to Rye and Cam.
So, looking out these doors, what do we see at this point?
So those two doors are currently closed because that goes into the area of the ship that is exposed to space.
There's no windows on them?
On what, the doors?
The door, yeah.
No, there's not.
Then I open the door.
Okay. Are you wearing a suit?
Yes.
Not that it matters, but you are wearing a suit.
Yes.
And Cam still has one, although
Yep.
his air is critically low. Okay.
Cam's suit has bullet holes in it, I will remind you.
This is true. Well, let's see. So his air has run out because of the damage to his suit. And when you guys get to the door, he makes note of that. To you.
Well, if you want to hide in a different room, you can do that, but we gotta get off of this ship ASAP. So if you want to hide, you can do that. But if you're gonna hide, I'm gonna take your tool.
He's like, well, I can't go out there. I don't have any air.
I give him my air tank.
He looks confused for a second.
Suit problem.
He looks confused for a second, but then realizes, and kind of remembers.
Yeah, he knows I'm not human.
Yeah. Tyler, I just sent you a text message as well.
Cool.
You are going to take control of one of the other characters.
Hell yeah.
So, does your tank have any air left?
It has 2 air supply remaining.
Okay. Well, he'll try it. Because, as far as he's concerned, you guys are being chased by armed people. But you know that, his suit is damaged, and even if his suit isn't completely compromised, it's probably going to go through air a lot faster. But it seems like he's willing to take that chance. And
That sounds like a Cam problem, not a Rye problem.
so you give him the tank, and then you're going to go out there?
I'll go open the door.
Okay. So we'll say you guys spend an action exchanging the tanks, and then another action opening the door, and he'll be with you.
Okay.
So you guys go through the same door.
Okay.
So you open the door, and that hallway decompresses, and it's all exposed to space now. Meanwhile, Horton and Bien, you guys have made it. See what 1, 2. You guys are up in this junction right now in the airlock. And Balaji and Pin ordered you guys to try to check the upper decks because they're not sure if these guys are going up or down. So Bien says, "I'll take this hallway, and you take the other hallway, and head south."
Yes. Sorry, I didn't know which one I was because the text is still coming through.
Oh, it didn't go through yet?
No.
Okay, you are Horton.
Okay, wunderbar. I have the card for that actually. Sorry.
Well, that's what I just texted
Should
you,
have.
so
Oh, okay.
it's in there.
Even
But
there. I'll find it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm following Bien.
you guys are on deck A in the junction. He's gonna go north and then go around to this hallway, and he tells you to go around this hallway.
Copy that. I'll just let me grab my guy up there.
Okay. And Davis, you take this time to use your med kit once you come to.
Yeah. Like forward.
Okay.
Might grab a pill while I'm at it to sort myself out.
Okay.
I'm back in action, right? Am I?
Yes. Yeah, you're back to. Well, you gain the 1 health from waiting, and then you can use the med kit, which will get you back to
Okay,
your 2.
yeah.
So
the medkit puts me back to 2.
yeah.
Feel good. Guys, I feel real good. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Davis is just gonna grab one of the maybe 2. I can carry 2. Can I climb? No. All right, Davis is going to go to the stairwell. She can grab 2 of the things and go to the stairwell.
Okay, and Brian, did you get my text I sent you?
Yeah.
Do I still have this incinerator unit for the gear on that card, or do I have something else?
No, this guy has an incinerator.
Excelente.
Okay, so since everyone's kind of going to be in the same major area at this point, I'm going to do just initiative for everyone here, and we'll finish up with Balaji and Biagi and Pin. You guys can take another turn, and then we'll do a new initiative here. So do you go into the junction and then move up to the other junction?
Balaji's on 1, I'm on 2, but that's what I asked him to do. Or
Yeah,
that's what I
he'll-
tactically advise my client to do.
No, he'll go with you. So he'll move 1 here, and then 2 into the junction. Leave Ava behind.
Alright, so then I'll go up the ladder if I can, and keep an eye down for Balaji to keep him covered.
Yeah, so you can go 1 here, and then 2 you can move up to the next floor to be on that area. You can still see him down the ladder.
I'll just keep looking down to cover Balaji.
And then your other 2 bros have made it into the hallways.
I'll be like, one of them is fucked. Got a hole in his suit the size of a pulse rifle round, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Tyler, give me one more roll for your fire on the alien.
6.
6 damage.
Big ol' 6. Yep.
Damn. That's a lot of fucking damage.
It does a straight D6 fire damage?
No, right now it's up to intensity 10, so I'm sorry, 11. So you roll 11 dice.
Wow.
Well, not that you know it, but that alien is fucking dead. Dead somewhere. It fucking burns to death in a
Oh,
vent somewhere.
it couldn't find the ship's pool?
Nope.
Oh, too fucking bad.
Okay, so here we go. Davis, you are initiative 7. Pin, you are 3. Rye, you are 6. Horton, you're 4.
Copy.
Balaji is 1. Bien is 2. And Ava is 5. Pin, you were what, 3?
Yes.
Say that. And Horton, I said you were 4, right?
4.
Yeah, pretty much our crew is 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then we have Rye. You were 6. Oh, I forgot Cam. I guess Cam is 8 now. And that's Davis. Okay. All right, initiative 1, Balaji leading the crew. He moves up to Junction A. Is this a door right here? I can't tell. He'll move into this center hallway right here. Initiative 2 is Bien. Bien is here right now, so he moves into this main hall, and then he opens the door. So this door is open. Yeah, we can get rid of that. So this is clear here and here. These doors are open.
Okay.
You don't see anything in that hall. This door down here is still locked. Or closed,
Okay.
I should say. That was 2. 3 is Pin.
Just gonna protect my captain. Move to the same space as Balaji in Overwatch.
Okay.
And if there is a proximity channel on these suits, I'm gonna say, it's over. Your ship's fucked. Your guidance is fucked. And we got you completely outgunned. Give it up.
Do you respond in any way, Rye?
Do we hear that?
Yeah, there's ship speakers they could probably use, so you can at least hear them. You know, the intercoms and stuff throughout the ship.
Are we able to actually respond?
Sure.
I did it on like my suit and like a proximity channel, so if If you're nearby and you have a suit, I'm guessing you pick it up.
Whatever you think you're gonna find the ship, I assure you it's not worth it. The ship is infested with creatures that have their only intent is to kill. You'll find nothing but more bodies on this ship. So, you may have us surrounded, but you're just as dead as we are.
Do you respond to that at all, Pin?
What's he talking about?
I'll say, hey, look, what I did back there, yes, that was very unkind, but my unkindness is not going to get you killed, son. It's going to be your own stupidity. Or gal.
You want to talk about stupidity? Coming on this ship, the dumbest thing you've ever done in your life.
Well, you did it first.
Horton, you're up.
So we really don't know more about the cargo, given that we've been trailing them for this long.
No.
We've been
I guess there isn't a way.
You guys were trailing the Montero.
We've been trailing the Montero, not
Right.
the Kronos.
Got it.
You knew they had the huge stash of gas.
Right. Got it. Okay. But we did see the one body that looked weird, so we know something strange is aboard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to I'm gonna respond to Will's character and be like, let's proceed with caution here. I'll say to the Andra, to the kid, why don't you just come out? Put your hands up. We just want the cargo. We'll be all on our way. We'll take you on the ship with us.
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah. You're a young kid. No reason to die here.
If you take the cargo off the ship, you're doing more than just the people on the ship. You're dooming everyone the ship goes to. This ship is infested, and anything that comes off this ship is going to infest everything else. If you want to stay alive and want to keep people you know alive, your best choice is to get off this ship.
What's he talking about, Captain?
We've heard taller tales.
He's probably just trying to protect it. Look, kid, just show us where it is, would you?
All right. Do you move at all?
No, I'm covering Bien. Yes, I'm behind him.
No, Bien is in the opposite hall over here. He's right here by this door, waiting to open.
Okay.
This door is open.
Tactically, then I guess I'm watching this door.
Okay. Are you opening this door right here?
Yeah, I will open it.
Okay. All right, so that leads us to Initiative 5, Ava. She's moving incredibly slow, so she moves. And then 6 is Rye.
So I guess I would see this guy down the hall open the door.
Yes. Yeah, so all the doors right now are open except for this one in all these hallways.
Okay. These vents, are they big enough for people to go into?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm going to do is go into this vent. Crawl into that vent. And then I will trigger the ship's self-destruct mechanism.
Okay. Do you say anything to Cam when you scoot into the vent?
But like, Cam, you got 5 minutes to get off this ship. Do whatever it takes to get out of here. Good luck.
Okay. So as you see Rye, Horton, you can see Rye. She says what she says, and then she takes off down the hall. You don't see where she goes. And then, like, a couple seconds later, you hear Mother chime in that the self-destruct has been activated, and you have 5 minutes until detonation. And all sorts of sirens and klaxons and flashing lights start to go off. And you're not sure how, or who, or why, but the Cronus has been triggered to self-destruct. That leads us to initiative 7, Davis.
Yeah, I've put myself right here next to Cam, but is that where I am actually?
So you were down in the hall.
Yeah.
You would be in the elevator right now because you'd have to wait a turn for the elevator to come back down.
So I'm like there.
Yeah. So you're in the elevator, and you are. Are you? Where are you going? You have a chance to hit the button to move. Are you going?
Would Davis know where everybody else is?
You know that you saw the elevators going up earlier.
All right. Yeah, she's gonna try and catch up there.
Okay. And then Cam will basically get into the vent and follows you, Rye.
Okay, that's fine.
Will, your character. Which hallway are you watching? Are you just sitting in the middle here, or are you watching one of the side
I'm watching
halls?
the middle one.
Okay. All right. Okay. With that, we're at a new turn. Balaji says, all right. He says, this is a bust. Let's get the fuck out of here. We're not risking the ship.
Roger that.
And
That'd be it.
he orders you guys to retreat back to the Sotillo. So he spends one action to move into the junction, and then another to move into basically the area between your ship and this ship. It's not umbilical, but we'll say umbilical for lack of a better term. Bien. That's the pilot. So he will move. He's in this hall right here. He'll move into the junction and then into the airlock as well. Pin.
I will stay close to Bojani. But I'll stay. I'll go back to A1 in Overwatch just because Horton's still out there. Like Horton, fucking
Horton.
move.
I hear ya. I'm coming back.
All right. Same thing.
I just saw him too. Yeah, I'll start retreating back towards Pin.
Okay, you can get into the airlock as well. Ava, she's on deck B. So, okay, she's nowhere to be seen. Davis, I'm sorry, Rye.
I'm going to basically try to make my way to the wardrobe area.
Okay, so these
So
little
that's
these
one
little
zone,
dots,
2 zones, right?
the space in between these little white dots represents a zone.
So technically,
So-
I'm here. So that's what zone?
One,
Zone technically.
2. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 zone, 2 zone. Okay. Davis, you move up, and the elevator door opens, and you still have 1 action left.
Is that Cam there right in front of me?
Yeah, you don't know it's Cam, but you see the back of someone's feet as they are crawling into the vent.
Okay. I grab that foot
Okay.
and drag him back out.
Damn.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a close combat
Oh
roll.
shit!
Hey, Brian, you're still
Wait,
playing
where's-
Davis, right? You're not
where's
dead, are you?
Oh, he's playing Davis, all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, if Davis is doing this without a suit, there's only one way that's possible.
Friggin'
Nothing.
mutated Davis.
All right, give me a close combat roll, please.
Nothing. I rolled 4 5s and a 3.
Even with the bonus,
I think so.
you have plus 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Cam fails as well. Do you want to push the roll?
I cannot push.
Oh, that's right. You cannot. Okay. So, Rye, you hear Cam shout as clearly something is trying to grab him and slows him down. He will take an attack. He's like, he looks back and you hear, Rye, you hear Cam scream, "Davis, what are you doing?" And you see that he takes the cutting torch and takes a swipe at what you're assuming is Davis.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And you hear him scream like, "Rye, help!
No, don't say
Davis-
that.
Davis is one of those things." He scores a hit. How much damage does the cutting torch do?
3, sorry.
3?
Yeah.
All right, Davis, you take 3 damage.
All right, take us down to 2.
All right. And let me see. You do not have armor yet.
I mean, guys, come on. It's just Davis.
Okay.
Guys,
New round.
it's just me.
And
How'd
you
get
see.
infected? I'm not even sure that happened. Okay.
Davis took their suit off first and has been walking around with no suit,
Yeah.
just breathing the air of the ship.
Fair enough.
I think it's from his original encounter.
Okay. New round. Balaji's back on the ship. Bien's back on the ship. Pin.
I'm tossing my initiative to Horton.
Okay. Horton is back on the ship. You're next.
I'm
I'll keep
again
moving it.
falling back.
I'll keep doing the whole like one section Overwatch, kind of backing up thing, you know.
Okay, well, at this point, everybody's on the ship, and you're in the airlock. So,
All right.
Got it. Yeah, well, that's a damn shame.
What's the timer like on the mother countdown?
yeah, 4 minutes. Ava is okay, and Davis. I'm sorry, Rye.
So I will go zone. Right?
Yes. All right, Davis.
So am I still kind of in contact with Cam?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking trying to bite his leg off.
Oh Jesus!
Do I have one of those canisters still? Did I grab one?
One of the urns.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're mindlessly still clutching one in
Yeah.
one of your elongated hands.
I'm gonna try and break it over his head.
Damn.
All right, I'll give you a +1 die because it's a big ass fucking clunky improvised weapon.
Because I can't roll, even as a fucking
Monster, hideous creature.
nothing. God.
Okay.
Davis is still feeling the effects. Still feeling a little twitchy in this new body.
Got a lot of drugs in his system at this point.
Yeah, trying to work through those drugs.
All right. Cam attacks but misses completely, and
Goodbye, Cam.
you can hear him gasping for breath, and he panics, and he rolls. Oh boy. He rolls freeze. So the shock of you attacking him, he's run out of air, he's missed his attack. He tries to strike you and it just doesn't do anything, and you just kind of keep trying to maul him, and you just kind of see he freezes up, and you stare into the depths of his soul, and for a brief moment you remember someone who cared about you and a friend, but that is quickly lost underneath a tidal wave of bestial rage. And Rye, the last thing that you hear from Cam is a blood-curdling scream as he is clearly mauled and murdered by apparently Davis. Davis, you're able that next turn, because he's basically can't do anything. You basically have a sort of a coup de grace on him, and you drag him out of the. Well, how do you kill him? Tell me. Describe how you end your friend.
Oh, it's the urn is involved. The urn, starting with his because I had to grab hold of his ankle, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like from his waist down, he's out of the vent at this point.
So I smashed the bottom of his spine first,
Oh,
drag him the rest of the way out, smash him over the head, hoping that the urn breaks over top of him. Sure it does.
high or low?
Let's go high this time.
All right, so you hit him in the back. Basically, he decides to try to squirm away. So he rolls back onto his stomach and tries to squirm away, and you smash him right at the base of the spine with the urn, and there's some sort of sick crack, and his legs stop moving, and then you drag him out and throw him to the ground with your other arm, and then you take the urn and smash his helmet, and the urn does break open, and the 4 vials inside spill everywhere, and they're quickly lost in the vacuum of the open space here. And very similar to John's, you crack his helmet, and a misty explosion later. There's nothing but goo and red mist floating in this area of the hall.
Frozen.
Cam's headless body just kind of floats to settle on the floor.
I liked Cam.
Cam was such a bro.
R.I.P., bro. Just
R.I.P.
delete
bro.
that. Goodbye. Okay, you guys get back on the ship, the Sotillo crew, and you begin to make your preparations to depart. Rye, what are you doing?
Do you still want me to do zone by zone movement as needed?
I don't think so at this point.
Okay. Basically, my goal right now is to get to the vehicle bay and get to Daisy.
Okay,
Um,
you can do that. There's not a whole lot hampering you at this point.
So basically, I'm going.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm basically gonna take junction A2 down to junction C2 right here. Go out to the balcony catwalk, which overlooks the vehicle bay, right? It's the catwalk, right?
Correct, yes.
I'm curious, from here, do I happen to see the cart those guys had, or am I not aware of that?
The cart is up in, it's in deck B.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
then
it's
I don't
between
know about it then. Okay. So then from the catwalk, I'm going to jump down onto the vehicle bay, where Daisy's at.
Okay.
And then open the vehicle bay doors and try to fly it out.
Okay.
That's my plan.
All right. Davis, at this point, you're a mindless monstrosity. You don't really know where any of these other people have gone, and by the time you are done mutilating Cam, you're not going to be able to catch up to anybody. So you will mindlessly wander the halls as the countdown continues. Perhaps you encounter Ava, and the two of you fight to the death as the ship explodes.
Oh, that's badass.
You meet in the stairwell. She was almost up to deck B. She was on deck B the next turn, but she didn't quite make it. So the Sotillo crew gets back on their ship, and you guys detach from the Cronus. And Horton, give me a Comtech roll, please.
Ooh.
You're at the sensors. Bien starts to pile it up. Laji's in his captain's chair. Pin, you can do as you will.
Alright, I got 3 for that.
Good briefing.
I got 1 success for my
Okay.
contact roll.
High or low?
Let's go with high, baby.
Okay. You notice that the cargo bay on the Cronus is opening.
Hey, Captain.
You're able to detect it. I don't know if you guys can actually see it from where you are because you're on top of the ship. But no, you guys are able to detect that as you guys detach.
That cargo bay is opening on the Cronus.
What's her?
Maybe they've got
So-
a shuttle.
Sounds like they got a shuttle. Do you want to try and we can follow it?
He says, no. He's like, we got to get away from this thing.
All right.
If that explosion goes off, the shuttle and us are fucked. So he says, Bien, get us out of here. And Bien nods. And Agility is piloting, correct?
Correct,
pulling up
yes.
My sheet. Yes.
Okay. So yes, he begins to move the ship away a safe distance. Rye, you
Yeah.
can. Well, so you're. Give me a pilot test, and then what are you going to try to do? You've got the door open. You can basically back Daisy out, and what do you do at that point?
I get no successes, but I'm gonna use the story point to reroll that.
Okay.
Two successes.
Okay. What are you going to do?
So there's the Daisy. It's an actual like small ship, right?
No, remember it's more like a space flatbed. Like the actual ship part is think like the control compartment on like a machinery crane, like construction vehicle. Like
Is it sealed out to space?
Yes, it is because it's meant to go between ships and things like that. So you're protected from the vacuum from space. if you needed to, you could fit, maybe 2 or 3 people in here. It's not like just the one-seater, like if you were driving a bulldozer. It's bigger than that. But imagine the same thing. Like, that's basically all it is.
But it's got engines of some sort, so it's able to move through space, right?
Absolutely.
Obviously, it's not like going to go hyperspace or anything crazy like that.
No, it's old-fashioned space driving.
Yeah. Okay. Does it have any sort of sensors or navigation or anything like that? Like even rudimentary, like a map?
Sirius
Oh.
XM.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's an older model, so high or low?
Feeling pretty high right now.
All right. Yes, it has the most rudimentary of navigational systems.
Okay. Well, my very first goal right now is to get away from the Kronos as quickly as possible. I see the pirate ship, I guess, flying away at this point.
Yeah, they're detached. They've got some distance between them and the Cronus.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't seem to be interested in you.
I'm not catching up to that anytime soon. So,
Also, give me either a Comtech or an observation roll.
Okay. This is Comtech. Come on, dice roller, do your thing. 2 successes for that as well.
You do notice also in the distance the sensors pick up something small that it appears to be leaving the vicinity of the Cronus as well.
That damn lady, there's never escaping. I don't know that, but
Peace out.
I had no knowledge of that escape pod, or I would have used it.
Everyone's on their little dinghies getting off the fucking Titanic here.
Yeah. I'm going to fly the ship away from the Cronus.
Okay, and you had how many successes on your pilot? Was it
2.
0? 2?
2. Yeah.
Okay, so you on the Sotillo, you guys see that little cargo hauler come out, and it also starts flying away from the Cronus. It does not seem to be attempting to follow you guys. It goes off in a different direction, and you can tell they are burning retros to fucking or pedal to the metal to get out of there fast. And the countdown continues, and we will need one more pilot check from everybody to see if you can safely get away from this explosion.
Got 1.
My pilot is...
BN's gonna pilot. He's the actual pilot of the ship.
Oh.
So he's got a good skill.
I'm sorry, I thought we were all, like, helping or something.
No. All right. So, eventually, the countdown reaches 0. Davis, you're in an epic struggle with a fucked up android in some unknown stairwell on a ship. You've lost all semblance of your previous life, and you are filled with rage and fungus, and it is glorious. As you accelerate, G-forces slam you hard into your padded seat. The Cronus grows smaller and smaller in the distance. The safe harnesses cut into your waist and shoulders, and you can't even catch your breath. Just before you black out, there is a flash of light where the Cronus used to be, followed by a tornado in space. Your eyes are seared shut by a shocking wave of white, and you are rocked violently as gamma rays assault you. You try to open your eyes, but all you can see is blues, purples, and oranges blasting through space. After a minute, you realize you are alive. You remember to breathe. It may be okay. And that is that. The Cronus erupts in a massive explosion, shocking and rocking everything in the vicinity. However, you are all able to escape the destruction of the blast due to your pilot rolls. Sotillo, you live to fight another day. You did not take any casualties. However, you did not get any cargo. But, there's more pirating on the high seas of space. Wilson and Davis just weren't quite able to make it. You are at rest with Ava and the rest of the Cronus crew. And Clayton did make it to the escape shuttle with all her loot. Well, the loot that she went to get, she didn't have any of the urns. But since everybody else was distracted doing other shit, and the alien decided to go for Wilson and Davis, that is where we shall end.
Well, I will note as my final act as Lucas, I will set probably a very long course to the nearest bionational corporate office that I'm aware of, with the data intact, my data disk with me, and all the information I have obtained.
All right. It probably takes you years to get there.
It's okay.
In
It's
your
okay.
little putt-putt.
I'm a robot. It's okay.
It's
You're the,
fitting,
only,
yeah.
you're the only one of the original crew that survived, huh?
I wasn't even part of the original crew.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, we'll do a quick breakdown here of everybody's agendas and things like that. So in this scenario, and spoilers here for any listeners if you care, but obviously if you've been listening, you probably know at this point. But at the start of the scenario, one person at random on the Montero crew is a hidden agent by the name of Lucas, and they are secretly an android that works for another corporation called Bionational. And his, why don't you tell us what your agendas were, Matt, in order?
Basically, somehow or another, Bionational was aware that our mission was to go and come across this ship. I don't know how, but they somehow knew about that. So I was planted onto the crew to join the crew and to basically join the investigation of the science ship of the Cronus to discover any information I could, gather any information, gather data, samples if possible, and try to extract those overdue Bionational offices, while also trying to prevent Weyland-Yutani from getting information off the ship.
Why don't you actually read us your agendas so they can kind of get an idea what you were doing? If you want to read Rye. So, guys, what I did is I also gave Matt Rye's agendas, so he knew how to act as Rye throughout that. But he knew that he was Lucas from the start.
Basically, Rye is a fake personality that I've been using for however long I've been using it. But my true personality is the android named Lucas, who is pretending to be Rye to blend in with the rest of the crew.
Huh.
So why don't you go ahead and read your agendas?
My initial agenda says, I am not who I seem to be. I am in fact a synthetic undercover agent named Lucas, working for Bionational, a corporate rival to Weyland-Yutani. None of the rest of the crew are aware of this, and I have been informed that the ship Montero will be redirected en route to investigate the Cronus, a Weyland-Yutani science ship that has gone missing for 73 years. I am to make sure to follow along with the investigation, and whatever I can about what's on board the ship, and whatever I do not expose myself as an android. Those are my initial instructions.
So that was Act 1, right?
Correct, that was Act 1.
Okay.
You actually expose yourself as an android in Act 1.
Well, fortunately only one person found out. The one who found out was like my buddy, so we kept it secret. Yeah. The rest of the crew didn't know.
All right, agenda 2.
My Act 2 agenda was I must learn more about the xenophobic materials on board the ship, ask the crew, access the ship's logs, do anything I could to learn more information about the threat in the ship. And of course, that whole time, be careful not to raise suspicions about who I am or what I am, and that I am in fact a synthetic. And then
agenda 3.
My final agenda was to stop Weyland-Yutani from getting any alien specimen back to Earth at any cost, even if it means murder or suicide. And I should kill anyone with detailed knowledge about the information on the ship. Now, unfortunately, I was unaware of the person who got into escape pod. I had no knowledge of that, so I guess I technically failed that last part of it. But while we were on the ship and I had access to all the ship's systems, logs, and information, I downloaded all the information that was available on the ship to a data drive, and I kept that in my character the whole time I took it with me. I also gathered a few samples, some dead aliens as well.
No wonder you were such a gangster about killing humans and not saving them.
So there was after he initially got exposed, and when he eventually rejoined you guys in the mess hall where Cooper died, he took a detour to the bridge and basically got a lot of that information, and that's also what he was able to upload into the ship system, and that's how he was able to trigger the self-destruct at the end of the scenario.
I integrated with Mother, which gave me access to some of the systems, as well as the ability to remotely detonate the ship whenever I wanted to.
That's awesome.
And then Rise agendas. Agenda 1, find any angle to get more money out of this shit cargo run. Your sick brother back home needs the cash badly. Agenda 2, search the Cronus for cash or other valuable items that you might sell back home if you survive. The ship is derelict anyway, right? And then Act 3, strike any deal to get enough money to support yourself and your family for good, no matter the cost to your soul.
But by Act 3, I'd kind of forego the whole Rye agenda at that point, because Lucas's agendas were far more important.
So wait, I'm sorry. Rye is a human though to start. It's
Rye.
Lucas is the android.
Well, no, Rye. Any character can be Lucas. It's randomly determined, or the DM determines who it is. So I rolled for you guys, but I decided that Wilson could not be the android because of Wilson's agendas. I wanted to see if any of that would come to conflict. So I rolled between the other 4 characters.
Right, but I'm saying, but Rye as a character is a human.
Rye is a fake
Andy.
identity Lucas was using to integrate herself into the crew.
Okay.
But if Rye is not the android, then that is what Rye's things would be, and she.
That's what I'm asking. All right, cool.
Yeah. So it's just one person is randomly.
I thought Rye was just always an android.
No. Normally a human. And then Will, why don't we do Captain Miller's agendas?
Captain Miller's are pretty straightforward. Her first agenda was just to follow company protocol and get the job done, and don't do anything to risk her paycheck.
All right. Agenda 2.
Her second agenda was to realize how much of an opportunity the Cronus was, and to find a way to make a payday out of it without too much company involvement, which is why towards like the end of that second act I started trying to like turn Wilson. And then her third one was just to get the fuck out of Dodge.
TFO.
And then Pins was pretty simple. Pins was just to, be the Marine of the crew and keep her crew alive and not let anything bad happen to them, which is why she just kind of walked around on Overwatch, shadowing her crew all the time.
In the story they give you for the Sotillo, Balaji took the fall for a crime that she committed.
Balaji was like younger.
So she's like super loyal to him.
Like if I had gotten arrested for it, I would have gone to like a penal colony. But Balaji at the time was like 16, so Balaji took the fall for me and just went to juvie. So, knowing the mortality rate of penal colonies, Pin is eternally indebted to Balaji.
Okay, and then Brian, let's do your
I
agendas.
think Davis was kind of an open book. Act 1, she was, God, these cargo runs are fucking boring. Take any chance to break the monotony. She was the risk taker. That's why she was like, gonna walk across that room and do whatever she could get. The second one, she says, shit, you really need another fix right now. Search the labs and Cronus for stimulants. She took every opportunity could to find, take drugs.
You're breaking up a bit, Brian.
She took every opportunity she had to like find or take whatever drugs. She was also strung out, so she couldn't reduce stress without taking pills. They were kind of like replaced her special item or whatever.
All right.
Last but not least, this will all go to hell unless you save the day. Take any risk necessary. Kill the monster and other enemies on the road. But she was turned before she really had it. But that's why I figured she'd smash the cart, because she was willing to risk smashing the cart to actually save.
Oh yeah. And then Wilson, let's hear yours.
So again, he's a company agent, so by default, kind of in the film, I felt like I was like the villain to some degree, but they try and make it to where you're supposed to be conflicted because you like the crew and you've grown to know them, but you also need them to help you because you kind of suck as like a character when it comes to combat. Like I had very low health and I kind of needed them for survivability. So my first agenda was shortly before the cargo run to Sutter's World, you received Special Order 966 from Weyland-Yutani headquarters. The Montero will be redirected en route to investigate the USCSS Cronus, a Weyland-Yutani signed ship missing for 73 years. Make sure the Montero crew investigates the Cronus, but tread carefully. Don't do anything to raise suspicions. Be helpful and make the crew trust you. So that most of it kind of autopiloted, and I went along with it as much for most of the time because we were all kind of trying to make the same decisions. But there were definitely times when it's like, in the movie you could see them, points where they would diverge off and try and make a break for it or run for it. But I tried to stick around as long as I could without, just being like a chooch. And then so halfway through the Act 2 one was discoveries on the Cronus are beyond your wildest dreams. It's dangerous to be sure, but if you pull this off and manage to salvage the xenomorphic material, you can parlay it to a fortune no matter what. Special Order 966 is your goal, but don't risk open confrontation with the rest of the Montero crew. You still need them. So fortunately, everyone was on board with like getting all the shit. If everyone was more like, no, we got to destroy this, then I would have had to have been more underhanded in trying to get it. But everyone pretty much wanted to get it and go along with it, pretty much to the end. It was just at what point to like realize like, hey, we're not going to survive at all. And that was really that tipping point when we were dying in the elevator shaft fighting that thing with Clayton, where it's like, all right, we got to get the hell out of here.
And then Act 3?
And then the Act 3 one, the last one was, this is the end game with Montero gone. Your goal is to bring the Cronus back to Earth at any cost. Join forces with Clayton if need be, but even she is expendable for you to reach your goal, just like the rest of the crew. So obviously, beforehand, I had already started chatting her up for information, figuring I could use the company tie as an advantage, and that seemed to work for me because I got, when I had went down to talk to her about the antidote, she gave me, the heads up on special pods and stuff like that. So that worked out well as far as role playing into that aspect, like working with the Weyland-Yutani people and using her as an ally, I think. But that's not to say like last minute she wouldn't have betrayed us if something went wrong, or like if the alien had attacked us, I feel like she would have, probably jumped ship and hopped into a pod or grabbed what we, brought and probably left us. But she was handy with a pistol.
Yeah.
I was say, she took down that one without blinking.
Well, there we have it, folks. The Chariot of the Gods in all of its awesome alien glory. I hope you have all enjoyed the last couple sessions, and if you have not played this RPG, I highly recommend it, especially for cinematic play. I think this game really shines, as I said, with the stress and the simple combat system. It makes for really good horror RPG, I think. So I want to thank the crew for getting the old gang back together, and thank God for some time off for Tyler to join us as well.
Yeah. It was super fun.
I hope everyone's had a good time. Hope you've all enjoyed listening. Stay safe out there with the coronavirus still going on, and thanks again for joining us on Dragon Greed Gaming. We will see you all next time. Good night.